sport of track, you really don't get any recognition unless you are winning or way in the back getting the sympathy clap. The 100 meters is a very quick race, and only a few can have minimal error and still come out on top. But for most people, they need to have a perfect race to win, and that is what I'm here for. I am Berkeley Edwards, and I'm going to teach you how to not be in the back getting the sympathy clap. For this, you will need a block. You can have a block or be in your 40 stance. Running spikes, which I have on, and or running shoes. And something to wear, like I'm wearing here, either loose or something tight-fitting that's easy to move in. There will be 7 phases of the 100 that you will need to go through in order to do this successfully. Number 1, the reaction to the gun. Number 2, the clearance, which is your first step. Number 3, your drive phase. Number 4, transition, which is lifting the head. Number 5, the acceleration phase. Number 6, maintenance, which is maintaining your top speed as long as possible. And number 7, your deceleration phase, which is the end of the race where you're slowing down. So, number 1, it's the start of the race. So what you would do is, if you don't have a block, you can get in your 40 stance. And what that is you have one foot up with it, whichever one is your dominant foot. You have one foot up and one foot back. And what you would do is you would get down and put one hand on the ground. So if your right foot is up, your left hand will be on the ground. And if your left foot up, your right hand will be on the ground. And so really what you do is the starter's commands will be on your mark, which is, getting loose, and then get down in your stance. The second call would be set, which is your set position. And what you want to do is you want to have a high butt and a flat back. And then this third command would be go, and that's when you move. And so really what you want to do is you want to get in your stance, get down, and you really want to react to the gun as quick as possible with the starter. So what you do is set position, and go. After your reaction phase, that's where your second phase comes in, is the clearance, which is your first step. And with your first step, you really want to you don't want to take too far of a step forward, but you want to get as far as possible while still being comfortable. And after the second step is your third step, which is your drive. So after you come out your stance, you get your first step, and then you drive, and you come out low, and you keep going, and you keep your head down and swing your arms. You really want to have an open hand instead of a ball fist, because if you have a ball fist, then it'll be harder to run, you'll tense up more. And so that's your drive. And then your transition is where you're running after you go through steps 1 through 3. Number 4 is transition. You're running, and that's where you lift your head. And when you lift your head, you're out of your drive phase mode. And when you lift your head, you're able to see now you should be at least halfway down the track. And then with your acceleration phase, after transition phase when you lift your head, this is really where you should be at your top speed. You don't want to be at your top speed with 1 through 4, because that's really the phase where you're just, getting through. And then your 5th phase is your acceleration, like I said, and that's where you want to be at your top speed. So you should be halfway down the track at this point. So now you're really at your top speed, and you're running as fast as you can. And number 6 is your maintenance phase. Your maintenance phase is where you want to hold your top speed, because people can only hold their top speed for so long. So you want to do this as long as possible. And then your deceleration phase is usually what comes towards the end of your race, is where people slow down, and you really want to minimize this. And so what you can do is, if you do all this quickly, and then you can have the perfect 100-meter race, and you won't decelerate early on in the race. And with this guy, now going through 1 through 7, with this guy, I can assure you that you will be winning the 100-meter race in no time. Now, with the extra knowledge you have, you will be better than what you were before, and you can execute the perfect 100-meter race.